One of my favorite people to send inappropriate reels back and forth with, Chris from 96.7 Days KMRQ. Welcome to the show, Chris.
Oh, thanks, Steph. Thanks for having me.
Anytime. So it's been a long time. And like I said, I want to know, we were just talking before we started this. I feel like he's a super fan. Like me and him were groupies almost of Joey and Brent of 96.7. Like, how did you come about to get on the show and get to know the guys?
Um, God, so I was kind of dating a friend of his,
Kind of dating,
and
like hooking up.
yeah,
No way, not
kind
you.
of. Yeah, no, not me at all. No fear of commitment here whatsoever.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
yeah, so we were dating, and we went to um, oh crap, yeah, we went to Edible Extravaganza, um,
Okay.
and um. I was volunteering there that night, and I decided that that night would be a great night to use uh, an English accent.
You pulled a Britney Spears. You used an
I
English
did.
accent.
I did use an English accent. It was quite interesting.
Oh my
They
God.
showed up late, a little late, and they wanted to keep going, and I was able to get a couple bottles of wine, and we were talking, and he was like, "Dude, that's crazy. Where are you from?" And I just looked at him and was like, "Boy, mate, you're never going to believe this, but a lot of people think I'm from England, but I'm actually born in California."
And you
Uh,
just lost the accent.
no, I just jumped out of it. It was
Yeah.
hilarious. Yeah. So ever since then, we started hanging out occasionally and became good friends. Actually, I'd still count him as one of my really good friends.
And you called into the show. I think what a lot of people don't realize what radio needs and loves is constant callers, people that call in that help out because sometimes we actually don't get a lot of people calling in for the day, or we do and it's mindless. It doesn't make sense. So we love like our good buddies that want to jump in and join the show.
Oh yeah. There was one time that he was putting on an event or a little contest for Nightmare Before Christmas concert, something like that. And I can't remember who was performing, but it was bobbing for buttholes.
What? How do you
Yeah,
bob for buttholes? Like it's like apples, but buttholes? Like, how does this happen?
no, so there was what were they called? Edible anuses. They were chocolate molds of buttholes
Okay.
that, they had white chocolate, dark chocolate, milk chocolate,
Whatever
and they
you like.
basically, yeah, yeah, it was, I mean, they were delicious, but
I've tried all
they
the
put them,
chocolates.
oh, did you?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah, they were,
Not talking about the
they were,
chocolate.
it was kind of hilarious because they put them on a kind of a platter and covered it with whipped cream and chocolate syrup and put some other stuff in there. And the first to find three, got to go to the concert. And that was hilarious.
Was that you? Did you?
Yeah, they ended up giving us both tickets. It was one of
Okay.
those things, but it was just kind of cool. It was funny.
That's really
Yeah.
cool. Are you still out in the Modesto area?
Oh yeah. Yeah, still
Yeah.
out here.
Is it
Love it.
scary? Is it sketchy or is it okay?
Um, I don't know. I kind of have this resting bitch face that people just don't really tangle with, I guess. I mean, I'm not really intimidating. I'm 5'9", so I just look like I don't want to be talked to, which is kind of funny.
You're
Um,
not afraid though
but
to be
yeah,
in Modesto.
no, not at all. Not at all.
Some of the news clips, I'm like, whoa, okay. And I remember some hairy parts when I'd stop to get gas and stuff. I'd be like, oh, and I lived in Stockton for 4 years, so that's worse than Modesto. But there's some Central Valley parts that make South Sac look not so scary, but I'm not in that
Oh,
area.
for sure.
And so, what's new with you? What are you doing now?
Uh, living the dream, kind of, you know.
Popping out babies
Uh,
left and right. I love it. You're like, you meet a
yeah.
chick and you're like, let's impregnate you and make eye contact.
Not anymore. I went ahead and took care of that. Oh,
That's right. You're
I have
snipped.
somebody that wants to say hi.
Oh, hi, doggy. Mine's asleep, thankfully, because he likes to jump on. That
Oh,
I think every guy over 35 should get snipped. That's just because I love to be intimate and I don't want to have another baby. So I just wish that it's so much
oh,
easier for guys than girls, or I would do it. But it's like a major surgery for women and it actually messes your hormones up and stuff. So I'm like, can every guy just get fixed so I don't have to worry about my babies are getting independent? I don't want to start all over.
yeah. Yeah, I was back to work the next day. It was no big deal.
That's legit. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
didn't even have to take painkillers. It was really, really easy. I love messing with other guys though when they're going to get it and be like, be careful.
Like
Make
it's really
sure,
bad.
they're like, well, just make sure you clean the pipes because you don't want any buildup. You got to make
Ah,
sure.
like it just bursts out in the middle. I know that's what's funny. A lot of guys, excuse my language, but they're like, well, I want to keep coming. I want to keep coming. And they're confused that you come the same amount just because you get
Yeah.
snipped. It doesn't affect you unable to have semen come out of you, if that is a confusion. My buddy Johnny just got fixed. I'm excited. He's a little bachelor downtown Sacramento. So I think it's good. I think
Nice.
you hit 40, get fixed, do it. But okay, so other than getting fixed, you've got an older son, a younger son. Are you doing the meats? Are you making beef jerky or?
Still doing the jerky. Still making that. I actually have a batch of biltong going right now. But yeah, no, still doing that, making some hot stuff. I had a friend of mine gave me some peppers, so I dehydrated those and turned them into a powder. I call it your wife's little sister
Okay.
because it's hot as hell and it has no business being that close to your mouth.
Oh my God. Your wife's little sister, hot as hell and has no business being that close to your mouth. Okay.
Yeah, it's uh
Didn't you go
it's
to
a
a
good one.
religious school or something too? How did this happen? Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah, no.
How do we find do you have a web page or social media for
If
it?
you go to meetthejerk.com, MEAT, yeah, you can go on there, place some orders if you'd like. I did I have a couple of customers that they keep coming back. They have some kind of health issue or a dietary restriction where they can't eat certain foods or certain ingredients, so it doesn't cost me any extra to make it differently for them. So I just make it.
Oh, that's nice of
Uh,
you. So if you do have a food allergy and they contact you, you're able to create a different recipe at Meet the Jerk.
yeah,
I
yeah.
love that. I
I
love that slogan, play on words.
My sister actually came up with that one.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
And
I was laughing. I was like, oh man, this is 'cause I just made a fresh batch of jerky. She's like, oh, this is good. You should sell it. And I was like, yeah, people won't buy it. She goes, no, and you should call it Meet the Jerk because look at you.
I love it.
I'm like, thanks, sis. I love you too.
Is there any radio stations out there that you listen to? Any good morning shows?
To be honest, I actually don't listen to anything when I'm driving in my truck. I
Wow.
usually just listen to the road. Yeah, it's kind of nice and peaceful. Um, and I'll choose a country road over a freeway any day.
Yeah. Yeah. I like a good back road, but I unfortunately have to use a lot of freeways. I freaking am getting old because I used to only like rock radio and some music. And the older I get, I love talk radio. Like I'm listening to a lot more political radios in the morning. And I'm like, am I a 65-year-old man? No, I'm not, but I feel like it. But I will say it
Whoa.
is dying. Like local DJs are a dead thing. Like I used to love being like, oh, I know that DJ. I've gone to the concert. They've introduced the band. I've met them. Now it's becoming more, large companies taking over, and these DJs live in New York and LA, and they're just being broadcasted throughout. And I feel like you don't feel that cozy. Like this is my hometown DJ.
Yeah, I think at a certain point, just the way everything's progressed, it's all about, numbers and just like with like a TV show, a lot of people, oh, this is my favorite TV show. It's canceled after 2 seasons. I feel like if there was more local support for that kind of thing, then it wouldn't happen.
Yeah.
But you have nobody stepping up. If you have a few people, yeah, that's great. But all these people saying that, oh, I love this, I love that, but then never really doing anything about it. I
Yeah.
mean, it's not. I mean, it's to a point, it is on the radio station, but at the same time, a lot of it's on the people because if they're not
The
supporting it,
fans.
then
We need the fans to actually
yeah,
show up and support for sure. And I think, or a lot of people overthink. I swear, this podcast thing, so many friends came out to me the last week and they're like, oh, I've wanted to start a podcast or I've thought about starting a podcast, but I'm embarrassed or I don't know what to do. I'm like, don't care. Just get on and talk about what you talk. And it's just fun. And if nobody listens, cool. If one person listens and says, oh, I like what you said or I related or I learned something new, it's like righteous. That's awesome, dude. So people overthink, I think, sometimes. But we'll see. I want to make $2 or $3 on this, so I hope I can get an ad or just a free concert tickets again. That was cool. Honestly, I miss getting free
that was the
concert
cool part.
tickets. Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't want to pay for they're expensive now too with all the aftermarket fees and taxes. I'm like, no, I can't go. And then there's no chairs if you're not in
yeah.
VIP. I need to sit down. I'm old. I'm tired. I don't want to stand.
My back hurts,
Hmm.
my knees bad. You know,
Yeah.
I'll
I
take
would prefer
comfort.
a recliner. If they could actually have
Oh,
recliners at rock shows, I would like get in the recliner with like a back warmer and a massager and I could rock out. I could headbang in the recliner.
well, they started putting beds in movie theaters, so I mean that we need to talk to somebody who's doing this and make it a thing.
How is that not leading to sex though? Like a dark
Um,
place, like you're on a date and you're in a bed in a movie theater, like wouldn't you want to initiate something inappropriate?
I
How
mean,
is
I'm,
that
I'm
not?
sure you would. I'm not saying that I have ever in a public place, but I'm sure that there are people that would love to do it in a public place.
And I'm not saying
Uh,
that I ever have, but I've, possibly dabbled here and there. I like some
uh,
PDA.
yeah, people are going to do it regardless. I mean, shoot, look at Pee Wee Herman.
Yeah. You know what I loved? There was a MTV Movie Awards right after Pee Wee Herman got caught in the movie theater, and he hosted it. He started it off dressed as Pee Wee Herman, and he's like, "Hear any good jokes lately?" And that's how the whole award show started. And I was like, that was awesome that
Oh,
he got caught, he wasn't embarrassed, and he kind of owned up to it and made a joke of himself. That's my favorite kind of people.
yeah,
I think he passed away, right? I think, yeah, yeah. Rest in
yeah.
peace, man. But you went out, you jacked off in a theater before you went out. So I'd be happy. I'd be proud.
I mean, just not the guy sitting in front of him, but yeah,
Yeah, yeah. Hopefully he didn't shoot too far or hit the screen or, get in trouble like that. I'm
yeah.
having a beer. It's Friday night. This is my big Friday night plans because I work doubles on Saturday and Sunday. So this is like my recharge. Are you doing anything on Friday night or?
I was gonna play some video games later.
Cool. It sounds like
Stay
we're
out of
getting
trouble.
old.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I
Oh
know.
God, yeah.
Last weekend was insane because I did a Scream Mask photo shoot in Nipple Pasties downtown Sac on Friday. And then Saturday was the Gothic prom. So I'm actually still recovering from last weekend. Ooh, what's that?
Peace tea,
Oh,
raspberry.
that looks yummy. Well,
Yeah.
I'm
Well,
excited. The raspberry is good. I am going to relax and put on some Netflix. And I want to thank you so much, Chris, for popping by a little Friday night podcast. And we're going to have to do this again sometime.
yeah, I'm down. Let me know.
Awesome. I will. Have a good one, and I will bug you on the gram soon.
Thanks.
All right. Bye.